Hello and welcome to this Slippy Limpets video. Today this evening, we're bait fishing for thornback rays primarily. Might have the chance of a little conger, dogfish, who knows. But I've been doing a lot of lure fishing recently, and I did say in January that I'd like to catch as many species this year as possible, so here we are. That bait's been in a couple of minutes, and yeah, let's see what occurs. Oh, first bite. Didn't want to be on camera. I just had a dogfish within 5 minutes of casting out. Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know which way to look at it, but the camera wasn't rolling. But on the plus side, it means that I'm now on 6 species for the year. Nice to get it out of the way quickly. I'm going to just lob this bait straight back out. It's been pretty quiet. I've had a few wee nibbles, but it is bang on low water, so there's absolutely no current. So I'm hoping that when the tide starts pushing in, the fishing might pick up, or at least with darkness might help out and all. But third cast out, one fish on the shore, which was a dogfish, and yeah, fingers crossed for a bit more action. Well, there we go. Target species for the night. About 5.5 pounds potentially. It's absolutely covered in thorns, this one. Yeah, get in. So my bait today is literally just squid. I've got one bag of squid. I've come really light, I guess. I haven't got a box. Just got a rig wallet, 4 leads, some pliers, some bait elastic, and some little bits and bobs in my rig box, 4 rigs. It's quite nice. Apart from when it was really slow before, I was thinking, I don't normally sit down, but I was thinking, I wouldn't mind a seat. Hopefully now the fishing will pick up when it's dark and we'll get in amongst them. So my rig is literally, I think I said earlier, just a simple pulley, quite a long one. 80 pound main body and then 50 pound on the snood with a 4-row Veravas circle hook and a dingle dangle, and the hook is tied on with, I think it's a Rapala knot, or a loop knot basically, or maybe a perfection loop, one of those loop knots. Oh, getting a little nod. This bait's been in for about 15 minutes. I was gonna swap it over, but looks like we're getting a little bit of interest. It's big bait, mind, 2 squid on. Don't know whether I got a small fish on this. Using a Century T700 with a glass tip and braid, so you'd expect to be able to see the fish fighting, or it wouldn't just be a straight pull down like that. Get another rig baited up, and then I'll bring this one in. Right, let's get this in and get a fresh bait on. Bait looks untouched. Went long and low, well, low and fast, but I hooked it right to the left. Oh, that's atrocious, that. It's not even 45 degrees. It's almost 90 degrees to us. I'll give it 10 minutes, see what happens. Hopefully I don't pull someone else's line in. Whoa. Oh, looks like it doesn't make any difference which way I cast. I don't want this going round the corner though. I thought initially I was on someone else's line, but I don't think I am. Well, I thought I'd give it away. £7.9. There we go. Hardly any thorns on this one compared to the last one. The last one was like a blooming some sort of weapon of war. Nice, £7.9. The last one was actually a fair bit bigger than this. So gone back to the longer rig with a single squid on. Lost me lead on that last cast, so I'm down to 3 leads now, but I should be alright. I can't believe I caught a fish with that going the completely the wrong direction, but I'll take it. Well, that cast went straight. That might be a bad thing given where I just pulled that fish out from. So my rod and setup is I've got I think I said Century T700 SGT with a glass tip, which is 15 foot. And I've got a Penn Tidal XT 7000 size, so reasonably small. And on that I've got brand new Tasline Elite 60-pound braid, which is really nice. I don't normally fork out that much for bait fishing braid. I normally use Daiwa J braid, but the idea of this setup, not this rod, so, is that the reel in the Tasline off a skate, which is why I went for Tasline, because the abrasion resistance is just phenomenal for the diameter of braid. 7000 size spool's a little bit small, but I still managed to fit 300 meters of braid on, so it's not too bad. And the line retrieve, I think, is still 89 centimeters or so per one revolution of the handle, so it's not too bad. More than enough for tonight. So £7.9. I think my first fish was bigger. I'll weigh the next one as well. I would love a double. I think I should have brought some up and over rigs. Given the current is, or the tide is absolutely flying. And I think what's happening, especially with this longer pulley that I've got, is that my bait isn't actually on the deck. The pulley rig, the rig body's about maybe 2 to 3 feet, so I think my bait's at least 2 to 3 feet off the off the seabed. So next cast I'll use the shorter rig that I've got. I haven't got any bits to make it an up and over, but if I use a shorter rig and I catch pretty quickly with that, or at least get more bites, then that'll confirm my theory. Just had some really good bites there. Yeah. I think this is a doggy. No, it can't be. Feels heavier than the last fish. It's always hard to tell with a ray though. Like pulling in a carrier bag. Felt heavier, but it was smaller. Yeah, £4.11. Wee one, £4.11. Well, it looks like my theory about with the rigs was wrong. It's just not an overly, what do you call it? Productive night. Gonna say thanks again to Matt for me towel. Love it. Well, that's a shorter rig on now with another squid. The tide is really pushing in now. It's come up quite a long way. I think it's an 8-metre tide. I'm actually surprised I'm holding bottom. Third fish on the shore. Fourth if you include the dogfish. It's turned into a beautiful night though. Almost a full moon, plenty of stars. A little bit chilly, but not too bad. It's quite a good little pull. Oh, that was really aggressive, that like. Oh, sure that was on there. I'm not holding bottom now. Yeah, I think my lead's trundling along. Damn it. Yeah, you can see me rod tip bouncing there. It's just, trundling. I've got your rig here, mate. Alright, so that turned into a wee bit of a calamity. Had that good bite and tripped me lead. And that lad, he said he had a good bite as well. And I think what had happened is he said he had a slack liner which had brought his rig closer to mine. And then because I said my lead was trundling, didn't I? And I think I've just gone into his rig there, so I ended up pulling his rig in. Wasn't damaged, no tangles either, so quite lucky there. So I'm gonna stick this other squid on. I'm gonna put quite a small bait on, just so the current line doesn't have as much effect. Current doesn't have as much effect on it. The dongles that I've used in the past have always had, Cox and Roll call it a rotten dongle clip, but I always knew them as a rotten bottom clip. What I've done is I've stuck a split ring on, a cheap split ring, which means that the splashdown clips in and it's got absolutely no way of coming out at all until the splashdown hits the water. Right, that's the next bait in the water. I'm on the fish. Wow. That was aggressive. It's pulled us right around the corner again. Not used to fishing with on marks with other people. Well, that was a canny bite. It'd be nice for it to come back. Nope, just a load of weed. Ooh, forgot about that walk. Back in the car, that's it. Didn't get another fish, and I just thought, well, it's 10 o'clock, let's do one. So, really enjoyed it. Wish I'd weighed the first fish. That was bigger than the 7-pound 10 that I caught by a long way, but never mind. It was still an enjoyable session. It's only my second ever session catch and raise, and not quite as prolific as my first session, but still really enjoyed it. They don't fight a great deal, but it's fishing, isn't it? Catching fish. And yeah, I really like all the different colours, and the male at the beginning was like, I was absolutely covered in thorns, but yeah, really nice. A lot lighter than the Penn battle I've got, nice and smooth as well. Perfect for that sort of thing, I think. And kind of balanced the T700 out nicely, and loving carrying a rucksack instead of the big box. What a difference that makes. And light gear, you know, 4 rigs, 4 leads. I mean, you can't do it at that mark because well, it's pretty muddy. But I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please leave a comment, that would be great, and give us a thumbs up. And as always, until the next one, tight lines. Find me finger stall. Can't have lost that already, I've just cast. What the? Oh, I've just spent ages looking for my finger sole. Forgot that it was around my wrist. What a numpty.
Well, the local paper in Newcastle fascinated this week, Ali. They described the defence as being on pace and leaking like a colander, but they then countered it in the same story by the fact they'd won 4 in a row away from